This is the E50 M, the German Tier 10 medium tank that I absolutely love, to be perfectly honest with you. I think this tank is fantastic. A lot of people, however, don't really rate it, so that prompted me to do a video. Let's have a look at this beautiful tank. Hello again everybody and welcome back to Fujit's Blitz, and today we're going to look at the Formidible E50 M, the German Tier X medium tank that I absolutely adore. Now, a couple of things. This tank wasn't a real tank. In fact, it was just a line drawing, and there it is there. It was meant to be a replacement for the Tiger II and the Panther, and would have been a predecessor to the E75. But it never got off the ground for numerous reasons. But what is it like in Blitz? Wow, like I said, I love this tank. This tank has got fantastic mobility for a tier 10. Okay, it's not a T62 mobility or the Object 140 mobility, but for a German 50-ton tank, it ain't bad, to be perfectly honest with you. Also, the armor is really good. It's absolutely fantastic. It's typical boxy German armor. Okay, again, it's not the Russian bounce everything because I'm made out of rubber armor, but it is pretty good armor. But the thing that makes this tank is the laser guided gun. Now, before I go any further, I have to apologize for the banging that you're hearing in the background. That's because I've got a major leak over here in Dubai and somebody's trying to fix it. But anyway, back to the E50M and its amazing gun. Now, okay, it's a tier 10 tank and it's not dishing out massive oodles amount of damage per shot. In fact, the top alpha on this thing on an AP round is about 350. So, you know, you're not massively kicking butt, so to speak. But with a reload of around 7 seconds, what more could you ask for? You're knocking out 350 top alpha every 7 seconds. I mean, that's really good. Couple that with its penetration. Okay, it's a little bit low on the AP round, but you've got maximum penetration on the heat. I mean, this thing will go through 300 on a heat round and still dish out 300 top alpha. That ain't bad for a heat round at tier 10. It really isn't, guys. Especially considering that this tank's a medium. As for the HE, well, as you expect, the penetration values on the HE are really low, and it will dish out approximately 450 high-end alpha. But you don't really need to use the HE on this tank unless you really want to. And as you can see there, we get almost a 400 max roll into that 183 Death Star. I love this tank. I mean, if you put it in the right position and you oh, look at that, another 438 into the 183. If you stick it in the right position, you will bounce loads. I mean, in this game alone, we've dealt 2,000 damage and we've bounced 640. Now, this game, unfortunately, is not showing the tank to the maximum effect. Look at that, another massive bounce. Now bounce 1,280, and the VK7201K is a formidable target, to be honest with you. I mean, that's not an easy tank to brawl with at this tier. Anyway, getting back to this tank. So it'll bounce a bit if you angle it correctly. It's got that lovely German boxy armor. It'll also knock out a lot of damage very quickly. There's another 343 off the heat round into the front of the VK72. Maybe we can finish him off. No, we get a low roll of 268, but that's not a problem. We're on 69 hit points. He's on 127. What can we do? He's on a massive long reload. Of course, we can finish him off. This tank can do that. And we end up winning that game. Pretty bad. 3,000 damage, bounce 1,200. We get a second class. As I said, we're not really setting the world on fire with this one. We were the top tank. It was okay. It was a reasonable game. So here we are rolling out again. And like I said, I love this tank. And again, guys, I really apologize for all the banging and battering going on in the background. In Dubai, everything is solved with a hammer, unfortunately. So here we are on Port Bay, going around, thinking that, looking at the team makeup, that they're all going to go down this route. Unfortunately, we're going to be sorely disappointed. Now, the thing about this tank that I love is, okay, like I said, it's got reasonable mobility. You'll easily, as you can see here, get 50 kilometers an hour out of it. It's a pretty decent medium. Okay, it's not Leopard 1 speed, and it's not mouse armor, and it's not anything like that. But it's got a fantastic gun, just like the Leo 1. And if you angle it correctly, you will bounce everything. And if you floor it with all the balls and gadgets on it, you'll get really, I mean, we're doing 65 there, down a hill with the wind behind us. Now, we have no idea where these Reds are. They're here somewhere. They've probably all gone to where the A cap should be. So let's have a pop up there. Oh, no, there's a Death Star just poking his nose out, stuck up there camping. Oh, he rolls a low roll into me. I get a nice roll into him. I would have thought he would have taken more out of me there. He must have had AP loaded rather than HE. No, he probably had HE loaded and hit the side skirts and just did splash damage. And we have the Object 268. So we've got the two TDs on the red team sat in this corner. The remainder of the tanks for the Reds must be over in the middle by the cap. So we're getting nice hits onto both these TDs. I'm not too interested in the Death Star. He can't get me from there. And now he's spotted up. Somebody else probably do him. Oh, the bad shot. And the Death Star finally goes. That was a bad shot on the 268. Not to worry. We can move around and see what we can do. The other thing that's good about this tank, in real life, it was due to be between 50 and 75 tons. So you got a pretty tough tank. And you can do things like this in it. You can ram it. And the E50 series, both the E50 at Tier 9 and the E50 M, are really good at ramming tanks. I mean, we take a kill there, we do a lot of damage, and we did it with a ram. Now I'm going to circle back, because I'm thinking that they're probably, I mean, I can see one's lit up, that's probably the Bat Chat, yes it is. And I know my Death Star's up there, so I know the Bat Chat's going for the Death Star, so let's circle back and see if we can get him. There's the Bat Chat, stick AP in him, yep, get a 285 roll. I really should have loaded HE, but my bad. Anyway, let's try and chase this Bat Chat down. Obviously he's got a bit of a faster engine than me, but that's not a problem. We're still giving him a hard time. We may be able to get one into him. Yes, we get a nice 380 roll into him there. That's really blooded his nose. He's on 688 hit points. I think he's going to bug out and go into all the other tanks. Now the Death Star is in trouble. We need to start raining shells down onto this ST1. Oh, and there's this T62A, which is also coming in. I'm not going to be able to help the Death Star, unfortunately. We take out the ST1. The Death Star's now on a massive long reload. The T62A is going to finish him off. There's literally nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. I'm trying to get shots into him, trying to help this Death Star out. Just can't do it. He's down to 150. The T62A is going to finish him off easily. But now we've got the T68. Let's track him. Oh, he gets a nice roll into us. Now we are in a brawl. We get a nice shot going out. We've got a lot more hit points than he can. He's a one shot. We get rid of him. 3,000 damage. We didn't bounce anything. Take out 3 tanks, 1 with a ram. What more could you ask for? And for our troubles there, we get another second class. Quite a lot of credits. Top tank again. That was an enjoyable game. You know, this is why I like the E50 M. Next up, this is a game I've just played recently. We rolled out on Black Goldville, Supremacy game. The thing about this tank, as I keep saying, is it is a pleasure to drive. And once you get used to it, then boy, can you enjoy it. So we're going up here to the A-cap, thinking that they've got a few meds. They're going to go up here. However, most of their team is mainly TDs and heavies. So I'm not surprised the meds aren't here. They're probably all going down to the C-cap or possibly the B-cap. Not a problem. I mean, we're okay. We'll cap out. Oh, and there they go. They're at the C-cap. So we'll cap out here and try and work our way around the flank to see if we can get them. One of the things that you need to remember about the E50M is at Tier 10, I think this is one of the most forgiving tanks for players to drive. A lot of the other tanks at this tier are pretty technical and pretty difficult to get on with. I mean, take the Leo one, for example. It's a beautiful medium, but it's paper thin. People, if you don't know how to, if you're how to drive it, you're going to get wasted really quickly, despite the fact it's got one of the best guns in the game. Same with the E100. The E100, formidable tank, absolutely amazing, long reload, and you really know how to play it technically. This thing, however, plays like a Tiger 2, to be fair. And the irony of this is, it's a really good tank at tier 10. It can hold its own, and it's really forgiving for new players. I mean, I'm going to use mostly Heat, which is its premium ammo in this game. As you can see there, we stick a nice roll into the T11. He's gone, not through us, but we've already done a lot of damage. For this tank, I mean, 320 is good. So there we got a waffle tractor, and we stick another 300 into him. We've now done 620 in 2 shots. This is why it's forgiving. I mean, it will bounce, it will move around the battlefield, and it has a really good reload time, and it dishes out not bad damage, to be perfectly honest with you. There's an object 140, stick a heat round in, stick a 300 up his nose. Back away, we're going to be spotted, not a big deal, we'll just hang around here for the reload, wait for that. We know the 2 waffle tractors are there, we know the object 140 is over there somewhere. Let's move in and see if we can take any of these waffle tractors out. Now, one of them's already down to 160 hit points. Oh, and there's a Death Star. Stick one into the waffle tractor. We've done 1,200 damage now, just shy of 3,000. Now we're going to need to cap out at C, because we're losing on cap points. We're up on guns, but we're losing cap points. And it's a supremacy game, and as I keep saying in most of my videos, the idea of the game is not to always get 7 kills or to aim for a mastery, it's to win the game. If you want your win rate to go up, you need to win games, guys. You don't need to do 7 kills or get aces. You need to win games. It's as simple as that. If you don't win, your win rate doesn't go up, it goes down. Here's the Death Star, stick one into him, back away quickly. Now he can't get me. He's killed the tank behind me, such a shame. But now I know he's on a massive reload. So I'm down to, what? I'm below 6 seconds now, because I've absolutely given all the crew their chocolate bars and everything. I'm now behind him. He hasn't got a hope in house chance, unfortunately. How I managed to leave him with 1 hit point is beyond me, but hey, that's the way it works. Let's get into this position. He can't touch us. He's gone. We've now done 2,200 damage. You know, we've bounced 640. We've capped 2. They're capping B, but no, so we're capping B. Now we stick one into the T57 Heavy. There's a Waffen tractor. Let's stick a HE into him. And really bad roll, 156. That's not good. This is why I very rarely use HE on this tank. We've done hardly anything to ourselves here. Most of our damage has been caused from ramming that 183. We get the most damage there because we rammed the 57. Couldn't finish him off, time went, but we win the game. I mean, 3,773 damage, again, not setting the world on fire. Top tank. We get another 2nd class. This is why I love this tank, guys. It's my go-to. Now, this is the last game, and I've saved this one to last because this is from a good friend of mine called Vorso, off the North American server, rolling out in the E50 M. Now, he sent me this clip 2 days ago, and boy, was I blown away with this video. I really was. When I watched this replay, I think I had to watch it 3 times before it sunk in what he was actually doing in this tank. Now, I love the E50 M because it's my go-to if I want to win at tier 10 and I don't want to win by overly thinking the game. I've never mastered it. I've first classed it numerous times, but that's about it. When I saw this game, my jaw just fell to the floor. It really did. So he's already done, in less than 2 minutes, 2,000 damage. He's bounced 760. He is annihilating the red team at the moment. Okay, he's got no kills, but the amount of hit points he has just taken away from that red team is unbelievable. Now he's already dropped adrenaline. He's now dropped his crew, I don't know, speed up thingy, whatever it's called. Shy of 3,000 damage. There's 2 tanks down on the reds. They've got more guns. They are on the green team. Oh, no, it's all even Stevens now. Vorso is still looking for these kills. He's still looking to pile red-hot AP into these tanks. Now, as you notice with the E50M, the standard ammunition is actually APCR, so you get that extra bit of penetration. And if you run it with calibrated shells, it really does make a massive difference. So, he knows the tank's there. He's going to pop around this corner, and what's he going to see? He's going to see a tortoise, he's going to see an E100, and he's going to see a T62A. So he's going to stick one into the tortoise, because the tortoise is behind him. He's getting 379 roll there. Now there's an E100. Can he get anything into the back of him? Yes, he can, but it bounces, unfortunately. He's going to sit back in. Oh, the T62's coming up to give him a hard time. He gets a big roll into the E100. Now the T62's coming up to give him a hard time. Watch this. Bounce. Brawl. Now he's got a pit bull also coming to give him a hard time. Another bounce. He has now got 2 medium tanks, realistically, on fast reloads, giving him hell to pay. And watch this. He completely ignores the T62A to finish off the pit bull. That leaves him with just 1 tank left. Angle in jiggle, jiggle in wriggle, as Bushka would say. Bounce after bounce, 2,000 bounce now. The T62A is still basically a 4-shot. Now he's a 3-shot, sorry, a 2-shot. He's down to 360 hit points. The T62 is now also down to 325. What can he also do? Oh, he's down to 31 hit points. That was unlucky for the T62A. Watch this. It's all good night. Wow. The T62 must be wondering what on earth happened. Vorso is now done 6,495 damage. He's bounced 2,300. Wow. I mean, that is spectacular. It really is. He's only taken 2 tanks out. That was an amazing brawl. He's got the E100 that he can stick more AP into. He's still on his heat rounds. The E100's dropped below. Vorso's not going to get him. Or is he? Yes, he is. 273 on an APCR, straight into the front. 6,766, sorry, 68 damage. Not so many credits because he used premium. Mastery, well deserved. Steel wall, well deserved. That is one hell of a game. To say he carried the team would be an understatement. That is amazing. And I'd like to thank Vorso of the NA server for sharing that replay with us. And I'm going to leave you with him in that brawl between a Pitbull and a T62. Guys, if you want to learn how to play this tank properly, watch this clip over and over again, because it is just a masterclass. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's been informative. As I said, I love the E50 M. It's a brilliant tank. It's my go-to tank at tier 10. Always has been. I hope you've picked up a few hints and tips. As I keep telling everybody, I'm not the best player in Blitz. I'm just an average player, and I'm certainly not the best player of this tank. I mean, especially when you look at how Vorso plays it. But I do reasonably okay in it, and I enjoy it. So, guys, please comment below. Tell us how you play the E50M. Tell us the pros and cons of you think about this tank. By all means, send your replays to me at fujitsblitz@gmail.com. Press like if you really want to. And if you really, really want to, press subscribe. Because the more people who subscribe, the more that we can start churning out videos and replays for the community as a whole. Because my entire aim is to get everybody playing Blitz to understand these tanks and get better at the game. I'm not saying I'm the best player, I'm certainly not, but the more people who contribute to the community of World of Tanks Blitz, the better players will become eventually. And with that, I'm going to say, stay safe out there, guys. Have fun on a battlefield, and happy tanking, because that is what it's all about. Fun and happiness. Hey, I've been Fujit and you've been great. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And I'd love if you would press subscribe. Who knows, we can do some more. By all means, drop me comments, tell me what can be improved, and tell me what you'd like to see. I'd really love to know. Anyway, until the next time, guys, happy tanking.